Welcome to Seed to Life. Today I am coming with another super herb which is famously known as root of immortality. Also, it is known as Amrita, Giloy or Guruchi. The botanical name is Tinospora cordifolia. This is a popular herb because it has several health benefits. I found many research papers indicating positive effects of Giloy in treating various health conditions in animals as well as humans. All plants are made up of natural chemicals that are known as phytochemicals. These phytochemicals have different health effects just like regular medicines. Some of these herbs are popular among researchers, so we know more about them. Researchers who study this plant claim that it is effective against diabetes, viral infections, inflammations, immune problems, mental diseases, neurological conditions, and even some cancers. While gathering information, I found several animal studies but very few human studies. Giloy is a climbing shrub that has thick vines and shiny leaves. It is beautiful and easy plant to grow. All parts of this plant, including leaves, stems, roots, are used in various medicinal formulations. Like normal medicine, it also has some side effects that I would like to mention briefly if you are planning to include it in your diet. Giloy can cause liver and kidney damage in some people. Pregnant women should avoid Giloy supplements. If you are on diabetes medicine, then it can interfere with your blood sugar levels. People who have autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, lupus, and multiple sclerosis, or any other similar conditions, should avoid it because it can trigger the disease or cause flare ups. Before taking any medication, whether it is a synthetic or herbal, always consult your medical professional. We believe that plant based medicines do not have any side effects, but that's not the case. Any medicine can cause some adverse reactions, so they should be taken with care. So this is the first time I'm going to grow Giloy. These are the 4 cuttings that I have got, and you can see that they are about 8 like a foot or a little bit more than a foot long, and this one is very small, but it has one root. It's dried. I'm not sure if it is going to grow, but let's try growing them now. When I purchased these cuttings, they were in water for a long time, like for a month or so. So I'm going to cut the ends to get fresh cuttings that are healthy, with healthy stems and not decayed stems. So I'm removing all the decayed part, and you can see here the inside is green and it's healthy. And these cuttings, they stay healthy for a long time. They stay alive for a long time, even if you keep them in water or even outside. They don't dry up very easily, and they come back after every winter in the spring. That's what I know. So this is one of the free cutting that I got from the seller, extra cutting, and it has one single root. It is very small, dried, and it's all decayed at the bottom, but it has some green parts. So I'm very hopeful, and let's see if this one grows. Dipping these cuttings in water to hydrate them. I'm going to add a few squirts of hydrogen peroxide because I want to remove all the dirt. These cuttings were very dirty, so I just wanted to clean them up properly before I try to root them. So I'm just going to dip these cuttings in this bottle of water mixed with hydrogen peroxide. As the cuttings are getting hydrated, I'm going to start working on my potting mix, and it is 50% of cocoa peat and 50% of perlite, so that the mixture is very fluffy. And to this mix, I'm going to add some mycorrhizae fungi so that the root development occurs faster. I'm not going to cut these cuttings in smaller parts yet. I just want to see if they can grow the roots as they are. And so for that, I'm just going to lay them horizontally in this potting mix. So this container is a cake box container. It is a repurposed container, and I'm going to use it to root these cuttings. I'm filling up half of the container with the potting mix that we have prepared, and it doesn't have any holes. I'm just going to keep the potting mix moistened and not very soggy. I'm laying down the cuttings horizontally so that there is a lot of contact between the potting mix and the cuttings, and then that way the roots will grow on the larger area and we'll get the healthier plants. And make sure that the ends, they stay inserted into the mix because that is the place where the roots will grow first. I'm covering them with the remaining potting mix. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this up with coconut husk. I use fresh coconut for cooking, and the husk that comes out of it, I store it and I use it as mulch. It is a very good mulch because it retains moisture really well, and you don't have to water these plants often. So that is what I'm going to use it here. I'm going to cover this with a lid, or you can use a loose plastic bag, or so that the air also circulates properly, and it is or the moisture is also retained. So just cover it up with something. There was another cutting that I had, one extra cutting. I decided to just plant it directly into the potting mix without covering it up. So what I did, I just used the same potting mix, and I dipped the cutting into the rooting hormone that I had, and then I just planted the cutting directly into the potting mix. I did not cover that up because the stems were already green and I thought that they will grow the leaves soon. So I just gave it a try. After about 3 weeks, not even 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks, I just checked on these cuttings, and you can see the roots are already there. So these cuttings are already growing these roots, and they are growing at the end. So it's really pointless to keep the entire cutting for one plant. So I decided to just go ahead and cut these cuttings in two halves so that I get double the number of plants. I planted these rooted cuttings into the same potting mix, and I didn't make any new one. It was still there and it was still usable. So I just planted all the six cuttings in the same potting mix. Now you can see that these cuttings already are growing roots, and surprisingly these roots are coming from the top part. Not I'm not sure, maybe they are growing from in the soil too, but you can see this specific cutting, it is growing from the top. There was another small piece about 2 inches long that that cutting also I had planted into just plain perlite, and it also grew roots, and that too from the top. Maybe because I could have planted them upside down, and that is why they are growing the roots from the top part. But that's fine. As long as they are growing roots, I'm good with it. This is the cutting that we planted. It had one dried root and it has already grown leaves. I'm pretty sure that in like another couple of weeks, I will be able to plant this directly into the ground or in a bigger pot. And already it has grown some leaves. So it's great. So this success rate was 100% this time. All the cuttings grew, even the smallest piece, it grew roots. So this suggests that Giloy is a very easy plant to grow, especially from cuttings, because the cuttings were in water for a long time, for months probably, and they were still healthy. When I tried growing them, they grew easily. So you can easily grow this plant from cuttings in soil or in perlite or in coco pit, or you can use rooting hormones to accelerate the growth. So the chances of success are very high. A big thanks to you for watching my videos and supporting my channel Seed to Life. Please click subscribe for more such videos and updates. Click the bell icon to get notified about future videos, and feel free to reach out to me through comments, Facebook, Twitter or Instagram if you have any questions. I am posting the links in the description. I would love to hear your suggestions and would like to know the news of your garden. Happy gardening. Thank you again. See you soon.